You're watching The Mic Check, on every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Mic Check. Tonight, we have a fun little piece of copy, and this involves all of our acting skills, right down to body language, because, I mean, these guys are excited, and they're pointing, and they're doing things, and so this is Space Pirates, and the Space Pirates' names are red, blue, yellow, and green. And we have our first 4 volunteers to be said colors. And if you guys are ready, take it away.
Man, it is boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's no thing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow! Look at that!
Wow!
Wow!
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We'll all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's
go!
Go, go!
Wow!
Wow!
Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing's just so small, but it smells so good.
Ah, that's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I could show off to everyone at home. Oh, look at that! That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at that big blue liquid! Oh, there are so many things living inside of it. Oh, it also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our blob crackers. Mmm.
Mm.
Nice.
So then,
Michael's talking and he's muted.
Of course, I didn't hit everything at once. I was just going to say some very creative choices there, as usual. All right, so I guess we'll go in order of how we chose. So, Russ, who's going to be the next red?
You.
Me. Okay, I'm the next red. And Joe, who's the next blue?
Nathan.
Nathan is the next blue.
Cool.
Devin, who's the next green?
Leonard.
Leonard's the next green. And Leonard, who's the next yellow?
Oh, let's throw in Joe.
Okay.
Is Rob not playing or?
Sorry, we missed Rob totally. Let's put in Rob then for yellow. If assuming you're there, Rob.
Yeah, he just said yes.
He says yes.
Okay.
Hello? Does he need to turn it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, turn it up.
Okay, so Rob, you're going to be our next yellow. All righty then. Well, without any further ado, let's get back into it. Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate is sometimes no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yes, there's no thing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they are so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
A great idea. We'll take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go! Wow.
Oh,
Look at all those pretty things. Oh, wow, this thing is small but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off to everyone at home. Ooh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
ooh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our club crackers.
Mm.
Alrighty then. So let's see.
And Dan has joined the group.
Dan, would you like to be part of this next read?
Yeah, hold on, let me find the script.
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're going to be Red.
Okay. Just go ahead and start.
No, we still need, everybody else still needs juice. Nathan, who's going to be the next Blue?
Who's going to be the next Blue? We'll make Russ the next Blue.
Okay, Russ is the next Blue. Then Leonard, who's the next Green?
Joe.
Joe will be the next Green. And Rob, who's the next Yellow?
Left. I didn't exactly hear because I was just looking at the copy. I'm sorry.
Well, Joe hasn't been Yellow yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Joe or myself or Nathan.
I'm green, right?
Oh, you're being Green though? That's right.
Michael.
Okay, I'll be the next Yellow. All right, Dan. Whenever you're ready to go, go for it.
Doing both scenes or just scene one or just
Both scenes.
Both
We're going through the
scenes.
whole thing as our characters.
okay.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate's sometimes no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow! Look at that!
Wow!
Blue.
Blue, sorry. Look at all those pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they are so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. Oh, wait.
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at all those pretty things. Oh. Wow. This thing is small, but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I could show off everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Oh, well, look at that thing. Looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plop crackers. Mm.
Did I get turned around on that one? Did I get completely confused?
A couple of times.
One
I
roll.
have no idea how to critique anything like this.
It needs it. I'll say one thing. It needs like a more coordinated direction. Like, what's the target audience? Are the characters all supposed to be the same accent? Or it's kind of
Yeah.
right now.
The odd bit with this one is it had no direction attached to it, and
So we'll make it up.
so hey,
Yep. And it's
that's how I
okay
live
if
my
they're
life.
different.
I make it up as I go along. Well, here the thing is, okay. Big thing is, in which everybody's really good with this, is the body language bit, because you're doing something animated, you know, whether it be video game, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think this one's connected to a video game, and so the thing of it is your characters are excited and full of energy, and you know, with all the oh wows and look at this, look at that, you know, they're all over the place, you know, which means that in a sense you've got to be too.
Well, we got that down.
Yeah.
We're all over the
definitely,
place.
definitely.
Yeah, I think all over the place is one of the best ways to describe our performances so far. So we've got
But,
that.
It
you
actually
know,
straight up says that they're monsters. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and they are monsters. So,
You
and
can
I mean,
take that
and
with a grain of salt. I mean,
technically, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could take that with a grain of salt, because the monster could be a small little putty on the ground like Joe, or
Joe.
the big burly ape thing like Michael was doing, and then Russ was the mid-range, and I was just the doofus. So
But since you're monsters, you're probably not sounding just like a generic old conversational human. You're doing something different. whatever
Yeah.
it may be.
Yeah, which
That's a
which
good
I know
point.
a particular monster who just kind of talks like this all the time. And guess what? That's what he does. But that right there is kind of up to interpretation. Now, if the direction was saying, okay, you're a monster, but you don't sound like a monster,
Yeah, monsters have kind of wussed out over time
you know,
in cartoons and things.
yeah. Which I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen the new Dark Crystal, which it's so harkens back to the classic movie. You have the Chamberlain, and what's his constant thing? Yeah, that whine is always present.
Yeah.
You know,
so do the mic chick.
you know,
Promoted by Netflix.
but
This was. Go ahead.
that whine is always present. Of course, he's an established character as well, but I guarantee when they first established his character, it was add something to that to make him more, you know, like he is.
Yeah, it's like an audible tick of some sort.
Yeah.
You know, it's a stutter, or it's a lateral lisp, or it's,
Yeah.
you know, something.
Yeah, and I mean, even as the scene's opening up, if it's just a silhouette on the wall, if you hear that, you know it's him immediately. You just know. But that's the way this works. But I'd say for this, the direction is if you can't do monster-like, if it's gonna hurt, don't do it. You know, but find something that would still have that monster feel to it. You know, even if it's just like a grunt or something that you're capable of doing that won't damage your throat.
Yeah, what is it? Character is all about attitude and not about the sound.
Yeah, exactly. This is all, you know, body language and attitude more than it is sound. I mean, even though like with Yellow at the very beginning, Yellow's lines are an ellipses. So, you know, you can pretty much do what you want with it there. That would be my direction with it, is to, you know, as long as it's kid friendly, because judging from the way this looks, it's made for a younger set. And so, you know, keep it G-rated, you know.
I'd say that's accurate. This seems to be pointed towards younger
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, Yellow.
They're not that bright, right? They haven't seen a lot of things before. They're in space, but they don't know what a sun or a planet or a moon is.
Yeah, they've got that childlike innocence going on, which, you know. So it's one of those things, you know. Yellow is not Samuel L. Jackson, so there's that.
I noticed we weren't very together on the all parts.
That could be
Well, it's hard
data
to-
lag.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult with the with potential latency latency issues.
Well, I mean,
That's
I guess what I'm asking is, should they all sound the same? Should everybody kind of be making the same in their voice that they're doing, but like, ooh, wow, or
Yeah.
wow,
Mhm.
and then like
Yeah.
it could be either like let's go or let's go,
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the final thing. Like if it's a kids thing, they do tend to all say the same
Yeah.
phrase.
yeah,
But if
That's
it's
what I
like
was
a video
thinking.
game, then they'll say, "Well, just put in something there." you know?
yeah.
If it's supposed to be coordinated, then ideally you'd have a director who says, "Okay, well, do it this way."
I mean, most times, like, okay, like if it's anime, of course, you've got tons of anime that does this thing where the whole crew's like, yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see, Voltron, Battle of the Planets.
Well, to make it harder, then maybe we could agree on how it's going to sound, and we could all try to sound the same. Since
Yeah.
that's what they do with kids, and you're saying you think it's kids.
Yeah, yeah. It just attempt. I mean, we're not going to sound in sync just because of network latency, but attempt to anyway.
Okay, so drag it out a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wow,
Yeah.
give it that
Yeah,
childlike feel, because obviously these characters aren't necessarily the most mature characters out there. I mean, somebody thinks he's just going to go
Yeah.
ahead and swipe the sun.
I
then is
want
it-
that.
And then is it wow, oh, or wow, ooh?
That's actually an emoji face.
Yeah.
What? It is?
Yeah, that capital O point and lowercase o, that's an
Oh my
emoji.
gosh.
I don't know why they
That's-
included an
that's one of
emoji
the-
in the script, but yes, that's an emoji.
It's
I did
attitude.
not notice that. That is really
What's an
strange.
emoji for, and how do you know that?
It's
I
an
thought-
emoji for being, like one eyebrow cocked, basically. It's like, what? Wow,
Oh.
like this is something brand spanking new. But yeah, that's an emoji face, which goes to show that this is definitely not read after it was written.
Yeah.
On top of some of the grammatical issues, like there's no thing to do. Then again, you can play that into the character, which is fine. But
But something
in
nice.
Red's line in scene 2 says, "I want something big and nice so I could show off everyone at home."
That's kind of why I went idiot.
And you could do that. Again, you could play that into the character, but with the lack of directions, it's kind of hard to tell. I would definitely say that go a little wild on this one, because there's nothing really set here. There's no specific directions.
Grammatically, I'm starting to think that this may have been translated from something else.
That's what it's looking like.
Because
It sounds
it
like a foreign language.
Yeah. This is written.
Yeah.
This is definitely. It appears to be written as though English is not the first language. Then again, that could also be a stylistic choice, because these are aliens and they don't speak English, and this is
very
sort
true.
of an approximation sort of thing. But
So for direction, like for our directed reads, my suggestion would be just listen to make sure that they stay in character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
Instead
that when it comes to actually discussing the script itself, it's going to be more about, how closely are you
Staying-
going to be able to maintain that character? Yeah.
Yeah,
This
so-
is definitely really difficult to try to come up with something for
Well, we could say like red is going to be the dumb one, blue's going to be the smart one, green's going to be, give them, and then as we rotated, then we would have to change based on what we decided.
Yeah, we could do it that way. The other way that I was thinking was, again, like you could also incorporate different accents into it if you wanted to, because that would work, since these are technically non-human characters. So if you wanted to give somebody like a gruff Russian accent, you could sort of pull off the not saying certain words kind of thing.
Somebody's been watching Babylon 5.
And since they're technically aliens, unless you're actually going for the Russian accent and you mess it up completely, it could possibly work.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a little bit of freedom in that. I think it's definitely mostly going to I mean, I like that idea, though. It could give us something really to focus on. So I guess let's go ahead and give these characters some generic characteristics that we should stick to. When it comes to the actual delivery and voice and everything like that, we'll leave it up to you. But we'll get some characteristics to sort of fit at least what we're getting from the script, so we can have some sort of standard for everyone to focus on. So
Okay, so everyone take notes.
basically.
Just put it in the chat.
So let's talk about Red. What does Red sort of seem like?
Red's the commander, right? He seems like
Yellow seems like
Yeah.
Yellow seems more like the commander than the red one does.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because every time it comes back, it's going back to Yellow's decision, like the look at Earth, and then it says, "Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind." He
Okay,
seems
so
like he might be the leader of the group.
Maybe Red's like second in command or the smart ass or
Yeah.
Well, Red seems more of like the sniveling little, like they just
Red
want to
seems very
get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
They're complaining about it being boring, about being a pirate is sometimes no fun. Yellow doesn't seem to care. Let's see. Red immediately jumps to let's go steal from the planet, and Red wants something big. So they're definitely like greedy and sniveling, and yeah.
Well, Yellow's the one who's sniffing at flowers, so that didn't quite fit in with the commander image for me.
I mean, like at the first scene, you got Blue and Red talking, and then Yellow's just like, "Oh my goodness," and then
Yellow
Green's like,
seems
"Oh,
more
hey, boss,
flighty.
look at that."
Yellow seems like more of an airhead, I would say. Not necessarily a commander type, but more of an airhead. Like at the beginning, since things are boring, they're just sort of lost in their own head. And then, great idea. We all take one thing from the planet. They wouldn't mind. That's an assumption. That's a jump to conclusions. And, people do that when they're a little bit
look
at all not
the
going to go there.
things.
Well, Red is definitely a complainer.
Yeah, Red is definitely a complainer. I think the biggest character description I would personally give to Red would be sniveling.
Whiny.
Yeah, whiny, sniveling. Yeah. That's just my opinion on Red. Like he's trying to instigate something, like right from the beginning. Let's see. Then Blue.
I felt like Blue is just kind of dim.
Well,
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
He's going along with Red, so he's a follower.
Yeah. Blue is definitely a follower. Mm-hmm.
Whatever you guys are doing, I'm doing, okay?
Typically, I'd say the commander would be the first one to talk, so that would be Red.
Yeah, but who's to say this group even has a commander?
I'm thinking
Yeah,
they
it might
don't.
not.
Yeah, they just
They
kind
seem
of
a bit disjointed.
Yeah, it just seems like a ramshackle sort of, collection of people rather than an actual group.
Like
What
space
they-
game aliens.
Collection of monsters.
Yeah,
they really
collection of
strike
monsters.
me as a bunch of kids. When kids are out playing, they just kind of whatever. Nobody's the leader. We just do what we're doing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Rob
probably
brings
all
up a
think
good
they're the
point. They probably all think they are the boss, is what he says, and I tend to agree with that. Actually, I think that they all sort of think that they're in a position of importance, so that none of them are in really a position of importance. So, yeah, again, just a random assortment of monsters that sort of ragtag together to go take things from people.
Blue is effeminate.
Oh, it could be.
Or trippy.
Yeah.
Trippy or
trippy.
effeminate. Yeah.
Cares about interior decoration, I guess. It's
Well, I mean,
nice, it goes well
again,
with my carpets.
Blue just
Right.
sort of seems to be tagging along, so Blue has their own interest, regardless of what it
Yeah.
is. They almost just like, they're like the little brother that tags along, the little sibling that just sort of joins in with the group. Hey, we're going to go do this. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I like that. That would be cool with my little toys and whatnot, I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it, at
That's
least.
gonna go nice with the carpets in my room.
Yeah. Let's see. I like yellow sort of being the almost like the lumbering dullard. That's kind of what it seems like to me. And then green.
I
Green's
feel I'm
pretty
in
observant.
awe of everything. Like I've just seen everything for the first time. Awestruck.
Yeah, green almost seems like they're the smarter one of the group.
The
You know,
observant
just
one for sure.
yeah,
This is a
slightly more
very
observant.
relative term.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The relatively smarter one of the group.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, just kind of like that childlike wonder, I suppose. Definitely, definitely the most observant and the brightest of the dim bulbs.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could make them smart sounding.
Yeah, you could make them smart sounding. You could sort of make them however you want to, I guess. But yeah, just make sure that they're the brightest of the group.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves.
Rob brings up a good point. The Mo of the Stooges. All right, so everybody got a good general idea.
Probably several.
Well, why don't we go ahead and just dive in, since I know we didn't cycle through everybody taking on every role. I think that's okay. We'll just go ahead and I don't know, if you want to take a certain role, go for it. I gotta step away for just a little bit.
Who has only read once so far? I know Dan and Rob
And Devin.
and Devin. Has everyone else been twice? Nathan?
I read once.
Okay, well, how about you for sort it out?
Yeah, what were the notes on yellow? What did we decide on yellow?
Lumbering dullard.
Dullard, okay.
I have no alcohol.
No.
Yellow was a follower.
No, blue is the follower.
Blue? Oh, sorry, yeah. Blue.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'll go blue.
Okay, who was that?
Dan.
Dan.
Okay. Okay, so we have Dan as blue. This is one of those things where it would be almost fun to give people the role that would be most challenging for them. I really liked when we did that in an earlier session and had two completely different ways to read it, and people got to vote.
Well, don't worry. I've got an idea for this next mic check that I think is gonna touch on that I think people are gonna have some fun with.
Fantastic.
All right. So do we have our set of readers?
Well, we have Dan doing blue, and I don't know about anyone else.
Okay. So Dan's
I
blue.
was reading the first time, or are we changing them up?
We'll change them up. We'll come back to them because we have enough people that everybody should be able to hit it within the time limit, and we should be able to have some good discussion and still allow people to take on whatever role they want to try. So if you want to try the same role that you had prior, if you want to try something else, go ahead and pick. Speak up.
I'll say Dan has already taken blue.
Okay, so Dan is blue.
And, I guess I'll kick it off with red.
Okay, Nathan is
And
red.
then-
So who's old yeller?
Let's put Devin as yellow and Rob as green because they've already done the reverse order.
Okay, so Devin is yellow, and Rob, you have been volunteered to be green.
What'd you want to give a one word for yellow? I didn't have one.
A yellow lumbering dullard.
That's two words.
Green is observant, blue is follower, red is sniveling, whiny.
Complainer.
Complainer.
Yeah,
Everything's a
yellow is
problem.
Big and dumb.
For yellow?
Yeah.
Or small and dumb, but just dumb.
There, one word.
There we go, dumb. So red complainer, blue follower, green smart, yellow dumb. All right. Whenever you guys are ready. Go for it.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red, there's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal them and take them back to our planet?
Great idea. We'll take one thing from that planet. I wouldn't mind.
Let's go!
Wow.
Wow.
Look at all those pretty things. Oh, wow, this thing is small but smells good.
Ah, that's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I could show it off to everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There are so many things living inside of it. Oh my, it also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at that things that looks like a cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plop crackers. Mm.
All right. Am I still muted? No, I'm not. Good. I'm not pulling
Yeah.
to Richard. Miss you, Richard. All right. Okay, then. So, what did everybody think of those performances? Let's hear it.
I think they followed
they
the
stick to
characters
the-
pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
The smart one could have been a little smarter, I think, but
And the dumb one doesn't have to have a southern accent.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time buying. I have a hard time buying an alien with a southern accent.
Can I ask a question? Why in the world does us people in the South always seem dumb?
I grew up in the South. Those are the accents I know how to do.
I understand, but you know, I grew up in South as well. Everybody's got a South.
Southern Russia.
All right. So, any critiques, any feedback, anything like that? Well, I've got one, and it's Nathan. You're red when it comes to that line in scene 2. Give yourself a little bit of time to look around and find something. You went straight from I want something big and nice so I can show off to everyone at home. So everybody's going to be expecting, okay, is he going to steal a car? Is he going to try to steal a building? You look around, points at the sun.
Gotcha.
So give yourself a little bit of time to look for the object.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's my one thing. I think everybody else sort of hit everything totally fine. And in the context of what this script is all about, I don't have anything more to say about it.
Well, I like the creativity of having, Devin, whichever role that was, going all giggly on it, because that's not not something that I would have done, but you can certainly do it, and it works.
It harkened back to Ed, and Eddie.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh my gosh.
It seems kind of Ren and Stimpy to me, a little bit.
Ren and Stimpy is a lot smarter than these characters.
Yeah. Stimpy's not.
I don't.
Stimpy's not. That's true.
Stimpy's
the writing is.
Would you button me?
Bloated idiot!
This is a song about a whale. No!
It rolls downstairs and over chairs and over your neighbor's dog.
Dog, dog, dog. It's on your lap. It's log, log, log.
Yes, folks, this is the kind of fun we have here.
But yeah, no, you're your take on yellow, Devin, I liked it. I like you going all giggly and laughy with it. That was great. That was really good. I enjoyed that choice. So why don't you guys go ahead and take it one more round? Nathan, just give yourself a little bit of time to discover the sun.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's boring here. Being a pirate is sometimes no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Wow!
Wow.
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal them and take them back to our planet?
Great idea. We'll take one thing from the planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go! Wow!
Look at all those pretty things. Oh. Wow, this thing is small but smells so good.
Ah, that's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show it off to everyone at home. Let's see. Oh, look at that! That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
This guy is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our pod crackers.
Each monster stole the things
Okay.
they want.
Each monster stole the things they want. All right. So, what everybody think?
Devin changed characters.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
She went from the
ever
deeper
slightly.
Southern, and then she went back to Southern Belle.
The Southern Belle.
Oh, you mean while she was going?
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of dropped. She had a little bit of nasality in her original delivery, and and she kind of pulled back from that a little bit.
She's channeling that SpongeBob character.
The squirrel.
Oh my gosh, she did sound like that.
Yeah. What's that squirrel's name?
Sandy.
Sandy.
Oh,
Sandy.
Yeah. There you go.
But some of you said you didn't like Dumb Farm Girl, so which you like better then?
I think the comment was why was the first decision when you went with a big dumb one was the Southern accent. I think that was the main thing. It wasn't actually about the performance itself. I personally thought that your performance of both of these was all right. Yeah, it changed slightly in the second one as you read through it, but in the first one, I thought it was totally good.
Okay.
And Nathan, you did give yourself a little bit of time to search for that sun, which I liked, but you sort of went into searching immediately after home.
Okay.
It was just kind of, I don't know, it seemed like you were going to keep moving, and then you had to like mentally stop yourself before you kept going. That's just what it sounded like to me. I don't know if anybody else got that. That was me.
Yeah, maybe you should sound surprised, like you just saw it.
Yeah, that line that says, "Oh, look at that." I think a period is the wrong the wrong punctuation you want there. It's got to be an exclamation mark.
Yeah, it does. Amazingly enough, I followed the punctuation.
There's a first time for everything.
Say that in all caps without an exclamation point. That.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, the problem is it's got both "oh" and "that" fully capitalized.
Yeah.
So it's "oh, look at that." You know, it's what?
Ooh.
Or, oh, look at that. You know, that might that I don't know. Sounds a little
That's
bit better to
still-
me.
That has an exclamation point there.
Yeah, you need an exclamation point on that. Just saying.
Oh, look at that.
And what I find really funny is their liberal use of exclamation marks at the end of scene 1 with "Let's go." There's like how many of them there?
7, 8.
Yeah, there's 8 of them. There's 8 exclamation marks on a you know totally grammatically correct "Let's go." You know, camel case and everything. But
There's 2 for each character.
yeah, there you go. There you go. There's 2 for
There
each
you go.
character. I like that. So each
It
character.
also moves. Back and forth.
Yeah, the punctuation is a little bit all over the place, but yeah, I would say put an exclamation mark after that, after the fully capitalized that, and that might give it the punch it needs. Because right now, that is a really awkward line.
Yeah, I think O needs to be stretched out a little bit. I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, it could be a little bit more of a oh instead of just oh, look at that. You know.
For me, the O looks like it's more like a, so it's not even a word. But that's up to interpretation.
Yeah. True.
Well, I mean, they have gasp already.
Yes.
In fact, a gasp isn't. It's just the word gasp. So maybe we need to change the script, or maybe we need to change everybody's delivery. At that point, they all need to say gasp. Gasp! Gasp! Wow!
Gasp!
I mean,
Wow!
it would fit with the feeling of the rest of the script, honestly.
That
We
is
are
an actual-
totally picking on this script.
That is an actual.
Well,
Bugs
there's much
Bunny
to pick
line. Bugs Bunny actually says gasp in one of the cartoons.
Oh.
He turns and he goes, gasp.
I mean, there you go. You could use
So
it
does
as
Roger
a
Rabbit.
comedic point.
So does Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Just saw that last night. That's the only reason.
I just quoted that earlier.
It's been a long time since I saw that one.
Okay, well then why not? Let's go ahead and add it in. Just say gasp. Don't actually gasp.
Where is that?
Just under looks at Earth. It's the second break under scene 1.
The first all.
Yeah, the first all line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gasp! Wow.
Yeah. Why not, right?
It's not in parentheses.
Yeah, it's not in parentheses or I don't know, however else you'd want to show that it's an action. It just says gasp. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know. This one's tough for me to sort of give any kind of feedback to. Then again, I'm probably just digging in a little too hard on this. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to somebody else. What do you all think?
I think we should mix it up.
Alrighty then. Who's doing what?
Pick.
Nathan, who's red?
We'll make Devin red.
Dan, who's blue?
Russ.
Red.
Rob, who's green?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
You're not muted, Russ.
Starting early.
Rob, who's green? You can choose from whoever.
With you.
Me? Okay.
And Devin, who's yellow?
Michael, did you get one?
Yeah, I'm green.
Who has it? Okay. Russ, did
Devin.
you get one?
Yep.
Leonard.
Okay.
All right. Now you can unmute Russ. Go for it.
No, I'm not red.
I am.
No, right.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Gas!
Wow.
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 Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go!
Go! Wow.
Wow.
Look at all those pretty things. Wow. This thing is small, but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I could show off everyone at home. Oh, look at that! That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
The sky is so nice. It would be perfectly well with our carpets in my room.
Oh, look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plum crackers. Mm.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
I know I've heard that character Leonard Stune before somewhere. I'm trying to remember where, but I've heard him.
I'm sure I've heard him too, but I don't know where either.
This one sounded a lot more like a kids thing. Like
It really did.
Okay, well, this is probably good.
Yeah.
And we had a nice little fluke in the network connection that worked well because everybody actually synced on that second scene. Like, wait a minute, they're all together. I mean, I picture in my head.
Awkward script to try to put it all together. It's all written very tightly, and then trying to coordinate, like you said, with the latency, it is a bit awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we make allowances.
Well, you know, the famous words, I can fix it in post, which I wouldn't try to fix this in post. But at the same time, it's possible to fix it in post. Have everybody read that wow line and then sync them all up together.
Wait, which one? There's gasp wow and then wow.
Both
wow
of them.
emoji face.
Oh, emoji face. I did not know there was an emoji face either.
Oh, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Do you say the emoji face or you just make it?
Yeah, and remember, all my texting came from before the days of hashtags and emoji faces and all that other kind of weird stuff.
That's right. That's how
Well-
we had to do it. We had to use the keyboard.
Back when we had bulletin boards.
Some of us
Back when you
wrote
had
all that
typewriters
stuff
and couldn't
out
quite.
with keyboards.
I still know the ASCII code for the capital A.
I know the ASCII code for the Enya.
Alrighty then. Any notes on the performances, on characters, on anything like that?
I loved Leonard's performance, you know, and if he was holding his throat the right way, it shouldn't have hurt at all. But, you know, it's just, do you do often characters like that?
Never.
Never? Because you got to be really careful about doing gravelly characters, you know.
Well, and if I were doing it for several hours, then I'd probably make some different choices or learn how to do it. But for a couple lines, who cares?
I didn't get a whole bunch of dumb feel from it. I got kind of like a mad scientist feel from it.
Yeah, that's what I was catching too.
Okay.
So it reminded me so much of something from something I think I watched recently. So it's like.
It reminded me of the big beast character from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is, but
Not sure that I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, he's got a slightly South American accent. He has two big horns.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
I think his name is Diego or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they lean into that a little bit too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got that sort of growly, kind of deeper voice going.
Yeah. And kind of a childlike innocence about him too.
Alrighty then. So why don't we go ahead and move on? Choose some new readers. So,
Okay.
Devin, who's the next red?
Rob.
Rob is the next red. All right. Russ, who's the next blue?
I'm going with Michael.
I'll be the next blue. Okay. Leonard, who is the next yellow?
Let's see. Is there anyone who? Trying to figure out who hasn't read very
Joe.
much.
Joe.
No.
Okay, well, I'll put in Joe.
Dan. Okay.
Oh, well, no, we'll put in Dan because I know he came in late. Maybe
So
Joe
Dan's
gets
the
the
next
last
yellow.
one.
I'll put in Joe as the next green.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm yellow.
I'm blue, right?
Michael is blue, yes.
Yes, I'm blue. Okay.
In here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Guys.
Gasp. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since art is so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go.
Wow.
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 Look at all those pretty things. Wow. This thing is small, but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly with. Oh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Ooh, look at that thing. It looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plob crackers. Mmm, food.
All right, opening it up. What did everybody think of that one?
I like the way
Yeah,
Dan slowed it down. That made him sound stupid.
I got a Barney Fife vibe from Rob.
Yeah, that was.
You kind of sound like you're competing to be dumb.
I didn't have to use a southern accent though.
It just comes natural.
It does. Have to work hard at it.
Yellow sounded a little tentative to me, like you weren't quite sold on it or something, on whatever it was you were deciding to do.
I wasn't quite sure what I was going to say is kind of how I was doing it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I heard that too. And Red was kind of dumb, sort of a complainer, kind of in between a dumb complainer.
So a 10-year-old.
Michael, you were blue, right?
Yeah, I was blue.
Okay. I'd like to see
Dabba-dee,
you as more
dabba-die.
of like a littler kid.
A littler kid?
Yeah, like a little
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Okay.
And then green could be a little smarter. It's going up to smart, but it wasn't. Didn't. I don't know how smart you want to go with these dumb people, but
Joe was approaching intelligence.
yeah.
Edging on intel. Okay, I'll go smart.
Just as direction, I'm kind of thinking like all these monsters are 6-year-olds or something.
But we could have the foil. We could have Joe play like super intelligent, like an actual, almost
Yeah.
like super being.
Go for it, Joe.
Okay.
I don't know that any of these lines really works with somebody that intelligent.
That's okay. Joe will make it work.
I will make it
think,
work.
think something along the lines of Invader Zim, okay? He's supposed to be a super intelligent alien, but everything he does is verging on insane stupid.
Oh, that's lack of common sense. That has nothing to do with intelligence.
Kind of like the brain, maybe.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Mhm.
There we go.
From
He's
Pinky the
sorta
Brain.
like
The
that,
brain.
yeah. And then Yellow needs to commit to dumbness more. And then we'll have
Narf.
Okay, same people, same characters. Try one more go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
action.
That's what we're gonna do.
Correction on the red, I'm sorry.
Oh, let's see. It was said that Red was a little bit more of a complainer, but
Not
that
quite
is
as much
actually the
idiot.
direction that we had for it.
No, he was
so-
a little bit dumb.
Oh, a little bit dumb. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I had, and I took notes on it. So I had Red as complainer, Blue
No,
as
the
follower.
performance is what we were
Oh,
talking
No,
about.
the performance itself.
Okay.
Rob's performance. So a little bit less dumb, a little bit more complaining.
Yeah.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red, there's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Gasp.
Gasp.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great
Great
idea. Oh, sorry, I'm not Yellow.
Go ahead, Dan.
Genius has lost his place. Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind. My God, I just went.
Let's go.
Wow.
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 Oh.
Look at all those pretty things. Wow. This thing is small, but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice I can show off everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
Oh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. M-O-O-N spells moon. I bet it would taste good on our plob crackers. Mmm.
That was a
All right,
fantastic
obscure
ad lib.
references out of the way. What everybody think of that?
Moon.
I think people follow direction pretty good.
Mhm.
All right.
And Rob, you sound so much like one of the voiceovers in BioShock. There's some I can't remember. I can't know which it's the voiceover on with when you go to the little machines and get stuff, and you sound just like the voiceover from one of the BioShock games.
Yeah, I tried to do Don Knotts, but
I think Rob has like a natural voice that fits well with this without even hardly trying that much, it seems like. Just something about his voice.
I definitely got the intelligence from Joe, so good job nailing that.
I pictured him wearing a lab coat. I don't know what.
Genius!
Well, I mean, That character is the only character that uses a word as sophisticated as liquid.
Good point.
Yeah, but Blue actually knows what the sky is called.
This is an advanced thinking from these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. For yellow, when you sniff the flower, I'd like to hear some actual sniffing.
Yeah, I didn't hear any.
Come on, Yellow. Sniff.
Sorry.
Give us a sniff.
This smells so good.
Maybe, Dan, you could have just a little bit more energy.
Yeah, it sounded like yellow was kind of bored there.
Yeah. Well,
Not a lot, but
point.
maybe just a tad.
not sure what to do. That's all. I am sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
It
So-
is just so hard to think
No, I live. It's funny character.
around me.
It's just hard to understand you sometimes.
Yeah, I got more of an Eeyore feel. Not
Yep.
necessarily
Yeah, I
dumb, but
started
just
out-
like
started out that
emotionally
way too,
vacant.
Yep. That's good.
I started out that way. I was like, crap, I'm just keeping the character.
Depressed.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you give it some more speed and actually, make it seem like you're thinking about what you're saying, that could really work. So the Eeyore read is something like this: "Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind." But if you give it some energy, then it sounds dumb. "Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind."
Robotic.
Almost. Why not? I don't know. Did it sound dumb?
Right?
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
A little quicker.
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
You can
you're getting
speed
it.
it up and
I was-
put the pauses in odd places.
Yeah, I was thinking a little Winnie the Pooh there.
Yeah.
Oh bother. So then, what does everybody think? Should we do that one more time?
Mix it up. Two at a
Mix it
time.
up.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Everybody else
Dan.
did pretty good, so.
Well, I'm gonna volunteer. I'm gonna volunteer Joe for Blue.
For green, let's go to Dan. I want to see him flip completely.
Nice.
For yellow, Russ, have you done yellow?
Nope, that's what I want.
All right.
And Rob picks red. Who's
I'll
red,
volunteer.
Rob?
Oh, I just was red.
Yeah. You're picking who's red next.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who I need on? Okay, Leonard. Thank you.
There you go. So Leonard is red.
Yeah, I've done yellow twice already, so I did something else. Okay. Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Oh, yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. The space is so big and
No.
Hey, yellow. Look at that.
gasp!
Ow!
Look at all the pretty things they have there. Look.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's
go. Wow. Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing smells. This thing is small, but it smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off everyone at home. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There are so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at those. Look at those, looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plop crackers. Each monster stole the things they want.
All right. Opening it up. What did everybody think of your fellow actors and of the performance as a whole from those who just listened in?
I almost flipped back to stupid.
I wouldn't normally give this direction, Dan, but I think you need alcohol.
Maybe.
Lied with alcohol. Dan's performance.
I'm
changed.
going to. I'm going to very, very tentatively agree to something along those lines. The last two characters were just too similar.
Oh, for mine?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Like I said, I almost went back to stupid. I caught myself at right after the very first word on that last sentence. Because
Mhm.
the first one I didn't. And then that last sentence, I almost went to yellow again. Just look at this big blue liquid.
Yeah. Well, remember, green is just going to be the smartest one of the bunch. So I don't know. Pretend like you've got like a pencil behind your ear and like a notepad. Look at this big blue liquid. You pull it out and you just start taking notes, like you're super interested in everything that goes on. Play some crazy off the wall scientist for this next one.
Yeah,
Like that should
I
be your
really
idea.
I really liked the way Joe did green that time.
Oh,
You mean blue? Joe was blue.
Yeah, well, how he did green when he did.
Oh, how he did green when he was green. Very intelligently.
Yeah. I'm at risk of critiquing myself here. I have a hard time figuring out how to do the whiny, complainy red when you say, I know what we could do since they're so pretty. Why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Just imagine.
Turn it into a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like turn that into a question. Something like, let's see, where was it? Yeah. I know what we could do. Since they are so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Why
You know,
don't
that sort
we
of gives it
steal
a-
and take it back to our planet?
You're ending off on a down note and then off on an upsweep. It's a
Uh-huh.
question.
And
Why
that's a
don't we
straight up
steal and
question.
take it back to our planet?
Went middle that time.
Is something like that. I know what we could do. Since they are so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet? You know, build it up ever so slowly till the end. That'll give it that sort of, it's my idea, but I want somebody who's more important than me to think it's theirs, so they'll actually do it. Sniveling. Anything else? No? Okay, one more time. Go for it.
I was red, so I guess I lead this off.
Yep.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate is sometimes no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. This space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow. Oh. Hey, Yellow. Look at that.
Gasp!
Wow.
Oh, hey, look at all the pretty things they have there. Huh.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. They wouldn't mind. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow. Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing is small, but it smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off to everyone at home. Look at that! That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
Hey, the sky is so nice. You know, you go perfectly with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. Oh, there's so many living things inside of it. Oh, it also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at all the things that look like cheese. Well, Look at this thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plop crackers. Mmm.
Each monster stole the things they want. Okay. Better all around that time, I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Rob says Leonard sounded like Tom Slick. Loved it.
I don't
Alrighty
know
then.
if that is either.
Well, it was a compliment, so just take
Okay,
it as
I'll
such.
take it.
Alrighty then. So, who hasn't played what?
Red. Who has not been red? Let's see. On red, I have Russ, Michael, Dan, Nathan, Devin, Rob, Leonard. So Joe has not been red.
Okay, Joe, you're red.
Okay.
Blue, I have Joe, Nathan, Russ, Dan, Russ, Michael, Joe.
So Rob and Leonard haven't been blue. So,
Is
and
Rob
Devin.
missing any other? Or, Devin hasn't been blue, yeah. Is Rob, Devin, or Leonard missing
Well-
any others to fit in it in? I guess we still have time.
Yeah, we still got some
Yeah.
time.
I have
since-
been all the others.
Okay, so since Devin hasn't been blue, we'll go ahead and put Devin there in blue. For yellow.
Yellow, I have Leonard, Rob, Michael, Devin, Leonard, Don, and Russ.
Yeah. I wanted green.
Okay, well, Russ, you can go ahead and take green, leaving Dan for blue or Dan for yellow.
Yeah, Dan
he's
has
been
been
no,
yellow.
he played
Oh,
yellow.
yeah, he's
Dan-
played yellow. He's played yellow. That's right. He was the last yellow.
Leonard.
Rob hasn't played yellow, I don't think.
Oh, yes, he has. I have Leonard,
Rob has
Rob,
played.
Michael.
I haven't.
Devin,
Nathan.
There we go.
Nathan is our yellow.
Nathan, yellow. And green, I have Devin, Leonard, Joe, Rob, Michael, Joe, and Dan.
I was doing green.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Russ is already taking green.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Go for it, Red. Whenever you're ready, give us a start.
Oh man, it's boring here. Being a pirate is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red, there's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, yellow. Look at that.
Huh?
Gasp!
Gasp! Wow!
Wow.
Wow.
Look at all the pretty things they have there. Sorry. Sorry.
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
That's a great idea. We can all take one thing from the planet. I wouldn't mind. Let's go!
Wow.
Wow! Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing is small, but smells so good.
Oh, that's boring, Yellow. I want something big, nice, so I can show it off to everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at the big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Well, look at the thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plum crackers. Mmm!
Monsters stole the things they want.
Each monster sold separately.
I like cheese.
Each monster stole. Each monster stole separately. All right. So, a couple things that I noticed. Nathan, you got really close to your mic and came off really hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So,
Sorry about that. Technical
although your
issue.
Ed impression was pretty close to on point, so I think that really fit. Good job. Let's see. One other thing, when it came to Russ, your line's green down at the bottom. You seemed really the entire delivery was really flat. I didn't really get a whole lot of excitement coming from this is the thing that I want to take. I'd just like to hear a little bit more interest down there at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, more excitement on that. I was going to say the same thing, that it sounded like really matter of fact. Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. I'm going to take that.
And look at all those exclamation points in that sentence too.
Yeah.
Yeah, be very, very exclamatory when you simply state it also moves. It also moves. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, that sounds like it would fit that.
Yeah, maybe this character just gets excited really weird. They become monotone but loud. Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
I hear Patrick Warburton.
I wish I had a quarter of that guy's career. Anyway, let's see. When it comes to the other two ones, I didn't really have too much to say. They were pretty solid performances, otherwise. And really, when it comes to the 2 points that I gave, I think those were just really minor. It was just mostly nitpicking at that point. All in all, it was a generally good performance.
Red didn't sound very complainatory. He sounded a little bit more complacent and just like excited to be like just going out there and getting stuff instead of
complaining.
Childish, yeah.
So you'd like to hear more childish complaining?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's a good way to say it, childish.
All right, be more childish, Joe.
You're all 6 years old.
Or don't. Fine. You know what? We'll just have to talk to your father when he gets here. No, I'm just kidding. So then, let's see. I would say just go ahead and take it again. But once again, Nathan, back off the mic. And Russ, at the very end there, go ahead and be a little bit more excited about finding the ocean. And Joe, be more complainy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, but better. Go for it.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's no thing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
A great idea. We'll all take one thing from the planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing is small, but it smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off to everyone at home. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at that big blue liquid. There are so many things living inside it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Well, look at that thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our blob crackers. Mmm.
Great job, Nathan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really got the stupid.
Yeah.
No, good job, everybody. I think all in all, that was much better performances all around.
And check it, I went north with my accent.
Oh no! Now we're throwing shade here.
Just
Oh, this farm girl's gonna be coming out every mic check now. Corporate narration, farm girl. E-learning, farm girl.
Alrighty then.
Oh.
What did everybody else think? What did you all think of the performances this time? What were some positive things you heard? Maybe some things you think need to be a little bit different for future performances? Let's hear it.
Joe definitely amped up the whininess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Sounded really good, Joe.
That was
How
awesome.
about that?
Yeah, I was actually getting a little annoyed. So you're right where you needed to be.
And okay, this is kind of a reverse Dan Rule thing, but I was going to explain what I did there to become that character. Is I made myself a little bit bigger by just kind of hunching forward, and kind of basically, which none of my cousins from upstate New York will ever see this, I hope. Anyway, they all look like a bunch of gorillas, so I just kind of assume the gorilla pose. Big dudes, okay?
Oh,
New
man.
Yorkers, go figure. Anyway, but I just, this hunched forward and made myself bigger, which is why I leaned into the mic the first time. And so I adjusted my mic technique and leaned away from the mic, but stayed in that spot. So,
I tried to sit up and look more proper.
yeah.
No, it worked. It worked. You definitely felt like more of an actually like intelligent person this time around with that character. Not that you weren't last time. It just was more of like it didn't come out quite as fully as, I don't know, at least I was hoping for.
Yeah, you were exactly right. Thanks.
Yeah, most people wouldn't realize this, but voice acting involves your whole body, especially when you're doing animated stuff. It involves
That's why I
all of
like
you.
Yeah, don't ever forget
That's
the
why-
acting in voice
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead,
and that's
Devin.
the thing.
Go ahead, Devin.
Sorry.
I prefer standing. If I'm in my booth, I'd rather be in my booth
Mhm.
standing than sitting in this chair because I feel like I can't really move and have the same energy.
No, exactly. I mean, the only time that I don't stand to do this stuff is if I'm doing something super long form, like a narration, then it takes a little bit less.
Yeah, long
But
form.
most of the time, I mean, I'm in a space big enough for me to hop around in a little bit. So,
Have you played the dumb guy yet, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did him early on.
Yeah. Don't worry, Joe was already dumb.
Breathe, stupid, breathe. You forgot to breathe again.
I'll take in some air. I
It's all coming
promise.
back to me now.
Alrighty then. So I guess we'll go ahead and call this one the last read. This next one. Why don't you go ahead and volunteer for whichever part you'd love to take for this last read,
Or which one you haven't taken, right?
or one you haven't.
I took red before direction. Does that count?
No, because you need to be directed on that particular one too. So if you want to take red, you're more than welcome to.
I'm the only one who probably needs to.
Yeah, I think so at this point. Mm-hmm. So Dan's red. All right. Who has not taken or would like to be blue?
I haven't been blue, so.
Okay.
I'll go
Leonard
for
is
that.
blue. Who has not taken or would like to be yellow?
Dumb.
I think we all did yellow.
Okay. I'll take yellow. Why not?
There you
I'll
go.
be big and dumb.
Have you done smart, Mike?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
So who has not taken or would like to be green?
I don't see Nathan on.
No, I have not done green.
There we
Okay. Nathan is green.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, you get to wrestle for it.
Okay, if we get through this quick, we can do another round.
Switch out on take two, maybe.
Actually, I did
'cause
see
Rob hasn't done
Devin
blue yet
as.
either.
I did see Devin as green on our very first read.
Yeah, very
Oh,
first
that's
read.
true.
Pre-directed.
That's true. You're right.
That's before we got the
Yeah.
character definitions. Action.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Hang on, figuring out who I am.
Yeah,
You're the
Red.
younger sibling.
Yared, there's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Hey, Yellow, look at that!
Gasp.
Wow!
Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we can do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal them and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We'll all take one thing from the planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's
go. Let's go.
Wow!
Look at all those pretty things. Wow, this thing is small but smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off to everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
The sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside it. It also moves. I'm going to take that.
Well, look at the thing that looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plob crackers.
Each monster stole the things they want.
All right. Whatever you think.
I got some John Wayne from you, Michael.
So John Wayne.
Okay.
I'm down, John Wayne.
Okay.
The Duke is an alien.
The Duke is a dumb alien, apparently.
I think it was semi-dumb.
Semi-dumb? It could have been dumber?
Yeah.
I think it would help if you draw out the plob crackers. Instead of plob crackers, go plob crackers.
Plob crackers.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're excited about something stupid. Leonard was pretty good. I think Leonard was pretty good.
I like Leonard too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like Leonard. He also did really well on this one, too. Alrighty then.
You got a smart one.
Are we gonna do a second round, or should we should we pass it along?
Rob said he wants to do blue.
He hasn't
Okay.
done blue yet, and Devin hasn't done yellow? No.
Green.
Green.
Okay, so Devin's green, Rob is blue.
Smart.
We need a red and a yellow.
I'll do red again. I didn't get to do it with a character.
Okay, red. And then who would like to or has not taken yellow?
I want them to work. I want to make sure. I'm going to do a southern yellow. How about that?
Okay, Dan, if you want to take yellow, you can.
Take yellow.
All right, whenever you guys are ready, go ahead.
Man, it's boring in here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red, there's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Yep.
Hey, Yellow, look at that.
Gas.
Yes.
Wow.
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 Look at all the pretty things they have there.
I know what we could do. Since they're so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Well, that there's a great idea. We all take one thing from that planet. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Wow.
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 Look at all these pretty things. Wow. Oh, I gotta do the sniff. Look at all these pretty things. Wow. This thing is small, but it smells so good.
That's boring, Yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show it off to everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take that.
pie is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpet in my room.
Look at this big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It also moves. I'm gonna take that.
Well, look at that thing. It looks like cheese. I bet it would taste good on our plov crackers. Yeah, tasty.
And the monsters absconded with what they pleased with. All right.
Dan, can you get plov crackers at the Cracker Barrel?
I ain't been to the Cracker Barrel in a while.
That's staying in line for that.
I'm one of them po folks. I can't eat plov. I can't eat a Cracker Barrel. Too expensive.
All right. What did everybody think? We'll open it up.
I like how Devin turned that into a kind of a nutty professor scientist sounding character.
I was trying to. I couldn't quite find it, but that's what I was trying to aim towards.
You actually literally nailed down a female version of the character that I did on my last green read. So that was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You throwing in that nasality and just making it sound like it's just one of those kind of push the glasses up on my nose and slide down every time. And then I'm wanting this blue liquid because it moves and there's things living inside it.
Let's see. Dan, I don't think you played the character
stupid enough.
Yeah.
No,
it was still
caught
fairly
it.
refined and pretty all put together, which I guess is saying something positive about the accent you took on. So, whether or not you keep that accent, I'm going to go ahead and leave up to you, even though I know that's dangerous. But just make
Why
that
does
character dumber.
Dumb and Southern, and I don't. It's like a double standard. Okay.
Your dumb Southern was absolutely spot on. I think that's why. And that's
Well,
why
he
it
just
was so-
complimented you. He said your dumb Southern was spot on, and I'm going to leave that to a guy who lives in the South and to a woman who grew up in the South. So that's between you two.
I think I could do something stupider.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and call this one. Okay, so are there any roles that people have not done yet? Like, can you remember doing each of the roles?
Yes, I can.
I didn't get to read the last line.
All right, read that.
Each monster stole the things they want.
Okay, all right. Now we have
Feels
everybody.
good. Yeah.
Wandering around space.
Look at Earth. Yes, we'll throw in another role. They'll be the expositor.
They ended up dragging the planet behind them. There was actually way more to this script than these two scenes. There's a lot more scenes, but it could only take this much to fit the time that we have.
So it's not when the Daleks stole the.
Yeah, that's the first thing that went into my head.
Boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Exterminate. Oh.
Oh, I used to be able to do it really well.
Okay. Well, I guess since everybody has kind of done everything, we'll go ahead and have just one overall fun read. We won't even care too much about the directions or anything like that. We'll just allow you to do whatever you want to do with the character. So why don't we get some volunteers? Who will volunteer to be read for this last fun, crazy read?
I'll be Amy.
Okay, so Rob will be red. All right. Who wants to be blue? Anybody want to try
Devin.
something crazy with blue?
Devin was raising her hand.
Okay. Devin, you're blue. Anybody want to try something crazy with yellow?
All right.
Dan.
Okay. And finally, green.
Joe,
Joe, you there?
craziest one.
Huh. What happened? Green?
Yeah, green happened, but this is going to be you do whatever you want to with the character. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Leonard, you didn't do the last read. You want to do it this time?
Oh, I don't care. I've done all of them, so I don't care.
Well, I pretty much read straight since we came back from.
That's fine. No problems.
Yeah,
Alrighty
well,
then.
If you want me to swap in, I can swap in, but I
yellow.
don't feel like I need to. Okay. Well, I've done yellow like twice already, so I don't really want
I've done yellow like 3 times now, so. But I'll take it. That's fine. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
You spoke up first on it, Dan.
I'll take it.
Yellow should be a hippie, I think.
Yeah, man. I think I.
Well, do you want to take yellow then?
I agree.
Russ, you want yellow?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Rob, whenever you're ready, go ahead and start us off on this this fun round.
Man, it's boring here. Being a pirate sometimes is no fun. Isn't that right, Blue?
Yeah, Red. There's nothing to do. Space is so big and empty.
Groovy.
Hey, Yellow, look at that!
Gasp.
Gasp! Wow!
Gasp. Wow. Look at all the pretty things I have there. Wow.
I know what we could do. Since they are so pretty, why don't we steal and take it back to our planet?
Great idea. We all take one thing from their planet. They wouldn't mind.
Let's go. Do it.
Let's go.
Wow. Look at all those pretty things. Whoa. This thing is so small, but it smells so big.
Boring yellow. I want something big and nice so I can show off everyone at home. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take that.
Oh, the sky is so nice. It would go perfectly well with the carpets in my room.
Look at the big blue liquid. There's so many things living inside of it. It moves. I'm going to take that.
But look at the thing that also looks like cheese, man. I bet it would taste good on our plum crackers with the kale and other stuff, you know. Gotta add the hummus. It's so good, man.
Don't touch me with your kale hands.
All right. Well, good job all around.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just to let Rob know, Rob, you're really low. So if you're recording auditions and stuff, you're too low.
I even have it louder and I'm probably too far away from the mic.
It's odd because you're always coming in so quietly, but great job all around. That was tons of fun.
Yeah, man.
And I think for the interest of time, we'll go ahead and call it an end here. So Nathan, handing it off to you.
Okay. Hey, well, as you can see, this is the kind of fun we have here. Lots of variety, lots of things, and we learn a lot, and we have a lot of stuff that goes on. And oh, by the way, speaking of a lot of stuff that goes on, we do get guest coaches in here because of people who sponsor us on Patreon. I'm pointing at the little link that I put in the lower third there. So if you look at the lower third, it shows our Patreon link, and it's also down there in the comment section, or not a comment section, but the description section on YouTube, which also subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Hey, we are out here, and come on out here and join us. This is loads of fun. Let's fill this thing up, and we'll keep doing pieces of copy like this and then some. So with all of that, we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Be excellent to each other, man.
Join us every Monday for free script practice. You can also find the Mic Check on Facebook and Twitter. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.